Alright fellas, here we are. We're back again, getting ourselves some damn content. So let's see. Gotta go with that old man, right? That's what this one is. Without hands to help, we once again made our way to the ancient ruins. Looking back, I should have known what we were in for. Something only I could do. I returned to the ruins with the old man, accompanied by a cadre of mercenaries he hired with the gold from the abandoned qualifier base. Working together, we cleared the rubble and made our way deeper into the ruins. I could feel the astral fissure growing closer the further we went in. We found it! Everyone grab Lord and bring it out! And remember, we're spitting this. No sneaking off with coin in your pocket. The old man set it out, organizing the mercenaries as they transported the contents of the treasure vault outside. This was my chance. While they were busy, I could go deal with the astral fissure. I snuck out, and after a few minutes of searching, I found it floating in the air above a large altar. I didn't sense anything alive, but the room was littered with the corpses of dead monsters. They all seemed strangely withered. Just what had happened here? I had a bad feeling about this, but still I approached the astral fissure. As I stretched my hand toward the astral fissure, I felt two forces tugging at me from the other side. In my mind, I heard a voice from my dreams, and two swords appeared. Which symbol of power would I choose? Wait a second. We've already made this decision. Like, we already made that decision to grab the Azure sword. Soon the astral fissure vanished. That sounded bad. As I reached forward, I heard a thunderous roar. The ground shook, and in the distance I heard the mercenaries begin to scream. I rushed back to find a monster standing in the center of the treasure vault. The corpses of mercenary companions had been brutally ripped apart and scattered about the room. The beast roared and took a deep, long breath. As it did, strange, pale blue lights arose from the corpses and streamed into the beast's gasping maw. After a few moments, the lights faded and the creature turned to glare at me. Well, hello to you too, my fellow individual. I don't think we're related in any way, other than being individuals. I couldn't think of anything. I don't know why you came here. I really don't. I don't know why they asked me to grab a sword again. I already did that, I'm pretty sure. This one just has a time limit. Oh, I'm not even supposed to win, I'm just supposed to survive. I read that. Let's go, buddy. You think I can't win? Let's go, let's go. Oh, no ring outs, come on. Oh, I can't win. He's, oh, invincible. He rests all that health. I did it down. Yeah, you thought I was gonna fall for some crap like that? Think again. Oh. Oh my gosh, I had 2 seconds. Oh, I got a little quiet there. Let me do it again. I got this. No, this ain't too bad. This ain't too bad at all. We've dealt with much worse. Would have won right off the bat had I, you know, not been out of the game for so long. That's what my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting destroyed. What the hell? Back the hell up off me, my fellow man, late thing. I don't know if I can call you a man. Alright guys, that was a practice run, yes. Yes, that's my story. Do you know how this goes already? I'm sticking to it. He just breaking through guards like a stinking champ. Alright, we need to abuse this man. Oh my gosh, back off of me, man. The fact that that guard doesn't track is so harsh. I mean, I guess it does have to have a weakness, but gosh, you can't do anything once you hit it. If he gets to the side of you, you're just dead. Alright, this time, fellas. Ow. Maybe not, he's going mad lad on me. Come on, move. This man has AoE, I swear. It's ridiculous. You know what? It looks like Spawn. Once you wear black and white, that boy looked like Spawn. I mean, definitely different clothing. But you know, Spawn can have a wardrobe. Why not? Or Venom, maybe. Look kind of similar, I suppose. At least in the eyes. Come on. No. Come on. Damn it. How is he faster than me? Y'all saw that. I was in midair jumping, swinging, and the boy turned around and kicked me. Ridiculous. And I thought I was a gamer. Mate! See, it's crap like this, so I just can't do anything. That was half my life. It's not more. There's just nothing I could do. One day I'm gonna get this, guys. But for now, I think we're just gonna sit back and chill. Have a conversation. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? You know that. That's fantastic. Oh, I'm sorry. That one guy said he wasn't having such a good day, man. I'm sorry. You know, we all have not so good days. You know, sometimes you just jump off a counter and break your ankle. You know, that happens. It's okay. Oh no. Come on.
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
I was mid combo. This man stood up and stabbed me. He got some super speed. You know what? Let's try something. Ow. New strat. My new strat didn't last long. I'm too aggressive. I just couldn't handle it. All the running away. What is time freeze to do this? I mean, I understand it's supposed to be slowed, but... Oh, now time's all the way frozen? Oh, that's just not good news for me. Bruh, that's weird. Time froze during that. Dang it! If time wouldn't have frozen during that entire escalator I was running, I think I would have had that. I didn't know time froze when you did that. That doesn't make no sense. I can understand the guard break challenge thing, because that's supposed to be a slowed down motion of like, you know, but the special? That doesn't make sense. Pretty sure I'm supposed to be moving faster, not him moving at super slow speeds. Well, I suppose you could run it that way. You know, time it based off of what I don't know. I don't like it. Doesn't seem right. Oh yes. Are you kidding me? He was an inch out of range. Oh, no.
Now lays here to rest.
All right. Turned out to be one of those episodes, guys. You know the ones that make me look bad. Yeah, those ones. Exactly those ones. You know, like the dreaded Ivy video. Yeah. Listen, man, you need to stop rah-rah-rah-ing all over the place, okay? Yep, that's my life right there. And Tom's frozen doing all of that? Come on! Game, you're just trying to screw me at this point.
Now lays here to rest.
Every other move seems like it freezes time. Game, come on. That don't make no damn sense. You know it. Oh, come on, I couldn't finish the combo before he struck again. This dude's super fast. That's not what I wanted to do. This is definitely not what I wanted to happen. I didn't do nothing. So I can't really go off and say that's what I wanted to do. It's just not what I wanted to happen. Yes! Holy moly. Just had to get a good flow going without it being broken by some crazy moves. Oh boy. Please tell me a ceiling falls on this man's head or something. Somehow I managed to stagger the great beast, but I had no chance of slaying it. While I desperately tried to think of what to do, I heard a voice shout from behind me. Over here! This way! A crack opened in what had been a smooth, solid wall. The old man stuck his head out and frantically beckoned me in. That's not normal. I slid into the hidden room and the man quickly sealed the entrance behind him. A second later, a great shredder shook the ground as the beast threw itself at the wall. You're alive! I ran to this side of the room trying to get away from that thing, and what do you know? Found myself a secret passageway. I was hiding here thinking about what to do when I saw you! The old man held aloft his light to illuminate the hidden chamber, and I saw stacks of books and hastily scribbled notes scattered everywhere. Among one particularly thick stack I found what appeared to be a second half of the report I had previously read. Perhaps this was Aswell's secret study. Hey! I found a way out! Come on, we've got to run! This place is about to fall apart! I grabbed the stack of papers and ran after the old man. From behind me I heard the sound of the wall collapsing under the beast's blows. In terror I ran through the darkness, not daring to look back. You know what? Oh, think about it. I bet they were trying to remake, a golem. Like Astaroth. Minutes later, we burst out of what appeared to be a secret entrance, hidden behind a rock near the ruins. Luckily, it seemed the monster hadn't followed. I would hope not. Now that was a terrible day. Sorry, mercenaries, rest in peace. At least now we know that the place was abandoned. We'll go in there with that monster lurking about. And again, I guess that's why the treasure was still there. The old man had slumped against a rock to catch his breath. Before long, he brushed the sand off his clothing and stood up. Wait, you didn't manage to grab anything valuable, right? Here, take this. It's your half of our findings. I seen the old man had grabbed a little bit of treasure on his way out and generously offered me half. Generously? What? I fought for that. It's not much, but it should be just enough to pay everyone hounding me. I only made it this far because of you, kid. Thanks. Now come on, let's head back to town. I hope you don't mind sticking with me until then. I might. I don't know if I'm getting paid enough for that.
Your soul surges in your body.
Damn. This is why it takes so long. Continue. No, we're probably gonna end the expedition, right? Cause yeah, that ain't nothing important. See, yes, end the expedition. Change location. Let's go. Let's move it up, 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 up to the astral fissure. A new mission. With the information Diane had given me in hand, I made my way to a newly discovered astral fissure. Zasamel told me I still had the power to absorb them, and it was time to see if he was right. Well, I'm pretty sure I do. The astral fissure was what Diane had said he would be. Unlike Yongguang, the area was relatively unaffected, which was somewhat of a relief. I approached the astral fissure carefully, and a berserker appeared. It is my honor for victory. Well, I guess you just won't have honor after this fight. I'm sorry. That's not something I want to do. I don't want to take away a man's honor. That sounds harsh. But I ain't about to let you win. I mean, I just fought a golem. I'm pretty sure. It was something like that thing, okay? Holy moly, boy, that is a big sword. Let me get real damn close. That's how you fight range, is with the lack of range. Oh, I had to do it 2 times. Oh. This time you don't even got an armor plating or a coat. I think you were really wearing a coat. I remember it, right? I wasn't paying attention to you. Well, I mean, I was, but like, not your armor, mate. Done for. You just got beat with a rock. Pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. Sending monsters out of stinking portal things. The fallen must face death. With the berserker defeated, I walked over to the astral fissure. As I stretched my hand toward the astral fissure, I felt 2 forces tugging at me from the other side. In my mind, I heard a voice from my dreams, and 2 swords appeared. Which symbol of power would I choose? How many damn times are you gonna make me choose swords, okay? Listen, we're getting the blue sword. I don't remember why, but I made a reasoning, and it made sense then, so it might as well make sense now if I remembered it. I felt an enormous surge of power flow into me, a power even stronger than what I had felt before. Perhaps it was because my connection with the sword slumbering within the astral fissure had grown in strength. Whatever the case, it seemed I still possessed the ability to absorb the astral fissure. It was time to report back to Dion. Hey, Mr. Dion, I'm here to report back to you. I am now your servant, you see. All the way back, damn. Oh my goodness. Oh, I guess we're already here. You've done well. Evolve thanks you, and so do I. Once again, I found myself at the Evolve organization's base, meeting with Dion and Natalie. Unfortunately, the investigations into Sergro's whereabouts are proceeding slowly. However, I have read several reports about what may be the Black Demon. Of all agents in a number of different locations have heard rumors of it while gathering information on outsiders. Agents' reports contain information on where it was sighted, who it attacked, and when, and so on. Alas, we can draw no clear conclusions yet. Worse, these reports raise more questions than answers. With so many sightings spread out over such a large area, it is difficult to imagine that they all correspond to the same entity. In other words, there was a good chance that these leads are red herrings that won't lead me to Grow or the Black Demon. Do you still plan to pursue this demon? I nodded. Diane responded with a deep sigh. Cage, please find Sir Grow. I asked this not as part of the organization. This request is from me personally. I asked him what the plan was once Grow or the Black Demon was found. If he is found and has lost himself to evil, then the only one with the power to stop him is you. Sir Grow taught me how to fight, but more than that, I owe him my life. It saddens me to say that there are many in Aval who have lost sight of its true purpose, and blinded by the lust for power and squabbling for personal gain. But Sir Grow's loyalty and purpose never wavered. Aval needs him now more than ever. Furthermore, he believed in you. Is that not so? I give a small nod. Stop by again soon. In the meantime, we'll do our best to gather more accurate information. Diana and Natalie bid me farewell and I left the Aval base behind. Oh boy, what an emotional little experience. Now you want me to go up there. You can now accept Astral Fissure and Sealing missions. The Aval organization offers substantial rewards for these missions, so try to seal any Astral Fissures that appear. Why does it sound like this is something that shouldn't come at the end of the game? Which would mean that this isn't near the end of the game, and I don't like the sound of that. Been on this game forever. Alright, the plan was to go back and run it all the way back, you know. So yeah, we'll run back here real quick. Footsteps of Spellcaster. Let's run it. Hey! Cage! Cage! Yeah, man, what's up? I turned to see where the voice was coming from and saw Dion. He told me he'd been sent here on a mission a few days prior, and a local Aval agent had told him I was nearby. It seemed the organization was still keeping an eye on me. What a happy fate that we should meet like this! I have something to tell you. How about we go somewhere to eat? Despite his enthusiasm about running into me, Dion appeared worn out. Curious to hear what was bothering him, I took him up on his invitation. We entered a local tavern, and after we'd placed our orders, Dion turned to face me. Tell me, Cage, do you think Astral Fissures might just disappear without you or Aswell closing them? I'd never heard of anything of the sort and told him as much. He looked at me for a moment, then downed his mug in a single gulp. Holy moly boy! I suppose it is too good a tale to be true. I wouldn't believe it if I heard it either. According to Dion, a number of fissures had disappeared recently. Aval knew I had the ability to close them, and also that I was nowhere nearby when the Astral Fissures were destroyed. With virtually no leads, the investigation was floundering. I know I need not say this, but finding out how these Astral Fissures were destroyed is of course of utmost importance. We have had nothing back in our investigation, but I could tell what he was thinking. Dion must have read it on my face, and he gave me a painful smile. We are not completely without clues. Witnesses claim to have seen a man in the area whenever a fissure mysteriously disappears. We have heard that he seems to use strange techniques, but beyond that we know nothing of him. 3 teams were sent out to investigate this man and the fissure's disappearances. 3 times they came back empty-handed. Since then we have had no word of either man nor vanishing Astral Fissure. First investigation. For some reason the investigators' conclusions are vague. The only thing they agreed on was that the man in question was supposedly old and had long white hair tied back. I know who this is. Edgemaster. The team managed to locate this white-haired man and set up a trap. Then they moved in to capture him. He turned the tables and defeated them soundly. In contrast to the reports from our first team, they claimed the man was both strong and youthful. It seems hard to believe both teams had dealt with the same man, or Geralt. successful, gotta be one of the two. The lack of results was troubling, so I decided to lend my aid to the third team. We tracked the white-haired man down into the Himalayas, where we finally caught up to him. Don paused for a moment, his expression troubled. We found him. Or at least I think we did. I remember asking him about the astral fissures, and then he muttered something under his breath and held up his hand to my face. The next thing I remember, he was gone. I let him go. He let the man go. I looked at Don in disbelief, and he just shook his head in response. That's Gil. Yeah, 100% that's Gil. The only thing I remember clearly was his eyes. They were sharp, strong, brimming with resolve. His face remains shadowed in my memory. Perhaps he used one of these strange techniques on me. I have no more questions. I know who this is. I have a thought. Don began to speak quickly and with great excitement. Perhaps his drink had loosened his tongue. I once came across an ancient text in the vaults of archives that spoke of an old man in the Himalayas who wielded techniques similar to those of this white-haired man. Perhaps if this sage was somehow still alive today, he and his mysterious powers could be responsible for destroying the fissures. Don't look at me like that, it's just a theory. It's far more likely that our reports were wrong, and the astral fissures that were destroyed never existed in the first place. Don paused for a moment and then shouted for a stronger drink. Now listen, your reports are of Edge Master. Gerald is a wholly different matter. We've talked enough of work. Tell me, what have you been up to since we last met? Natalie's as she always is. Don quickly shifted the conversation from catching up to complaining about Natalie. If he hadn't eventually passed out, would have probably talked until his tongue fell off. Our meeting was fun, but I had places to be. I left the snoring Dion a note and departed the village in the morning. Left the boy a note. Yeah. Alright, that was just an interesting little side quest. Alright. Well, I'll catch y'all next time. We'll get a couple of little quests down here to do for you, the main story up again. Hopefully, eventually, the story will end and we'll finish this series. But I'll see you then.